Hey there, church. If we haven't met, my name is Kristen and I'm the Restoration Kids Pastor. And I want to say a special hello to all the kids out there. Give me an air high five. It's good to see you. I'm so glad that we have this online space where you can be wherever you are and I can be wherever I am. And I thought we could use this time to read a story together. And maybe we can let the grown-ups listen in on it too if they want. They probably like stories too. But as you may remember, at Christmas time we celebrate Jesus' birthday. Christmas is when Jesus was born. But did Jesus stay a baby when he was born? No, he grew up. Did you stay a baby when you were born? No, you're growing up too, just like Jesus. So this story is going to help us open up our imagination a little bit about what it was like when Jesus was a boy, when he was a kid, just like you. He was the same age as you. So let's read it, and then maybe we'll do something fun afterwards. It's called If Jesus Came to My House. It's written by Joan G. Thomas. The illustrations are really beautiful, so let's enjoy it together. If Jesus came to my house. If Jesus came to my house and knocked upon my door, I'm sure that I would be more happy than I've ever been before. If Jesus came to my house, I'd like him best to be about the age that I am and about the height of me. I'd run downstairs to meet him, and I'd open up the door wide, and I would say to Jesus, "Oh, won't you come inside?" I'd offer him my rocking chair. It's such a comfy seat. And at the pleasant fireplace, he'd warm his little feet. My kitten and my puppy dog would sit beside his chair, and they would be as pleased as I at seeing Jesus there. And then I would put the kettle on to make a cup of tea, and we would be as happy and as friendly as can be. I would show him all the places that are nicest in my house. The hole behind the stairs where I pretend that I'm a mouse. The little window up above where I can stand and see the people passing down below, but they can't see me. And then I think I'd show him the corner of the hall where sometimes I'm a little frightened by the shadows on the wall. I'd always have to hurry by when I'm going past at night, but hand in hand with Jesus, I would be perfectly all right. See, they're holding hands. I would show him around the garden and ask him please to bless the seeds that I have planted, like the peas and watercress. Watercress is a kind of plant. And if the flowers that I planted were blooming on that day, I would pick a bunch of all the best for him to take away. And then, while he held the basket, I would gather 2 or 3 of the ripest rosy apples from my special apple tree. And all the little birds would come and twitter up above for joy at seeing Jesus in the garden that they love. And then we'd play with all my toys, my nicest toys, of course, and he would have the longest ride on my rocking horse. And with my bricks, I would build for him a palace of his own, and he would be the king and sit on the throne. When we were done, we'd stack the toys neatly on the shelf, but first I'd let him choose the best and keep it for himself. And when at last the day was done and the shadows crossed the sky, I'd see him to the garden gate, and there we would say goodbye. And then perhaps he'd say, "Thank you for a lovely afternoon." And I would say, "I do so hope you'll come back very soon." And then he'd smile and wave goodbye, and so would end our day. But all the house would seem to smile because he'd been our way. I know that the little Jesus can never call on me in the way that I've imagined, like coming to my house for tea. But I can go to his house and kneel and say a prayer, and I can sing and worship him and talk with him there. And you can really talk to Jesus anywhere, can't you? And though he may not occupy my cozy rocking chair, a lot of other people would be happy sitting there. And I can make him feel welcome, as he himself has said, by doing all I would for him for other people instead. And though the house is dark at night and shadows are on the wall, I never need to be afraid when I'm going through the hall. Although I can't see him, I can still feel him near, to understand and hold my hand and drive away my fear. The flowers in my garden he may not pick himself, but someone else would like them on their mantel shelf. So if I know of anyone who's sick or sad, I'll take them there for Jesus' sake and help them feel glad. I can still share with Jesus the nicest of my toys by lending them or giving them to other girls and boys. And though he may not visit me as I have wished he would, yet even so, he'll bless my house when I am kind and good and all the time. The end. So I thought that when Jesus was a little boy, I would love to imagine him coming over to my house too. So why don't you think about Jesus being your age? If you're 4, if you're 2, if you're 10, if you're 12, if you're 15, think about what you would want to do with Jesus if he came over to your house or if you were going to hang out. Because a lot of times we don't think about Jesus being a kid, do we? But he was a kid just like you, just like I was, and so he understands what it's like. And so maybe at home, when you're with your family and your friends, you can talk about what you would do if Jesus came over to your house. That was really fun reading that story. I hope to see you guys again soon. I'm praying for you, praying that you're all staying healthy, and I miss you and I love you. We'll see you soon.